Guys, you already know that I'm a huge animal lover, so this is not typically a video that I would go for. But I did see in my comments that some people said that I should watch something about bull riding or like rodeos. So this is the video that I landed on. I'm kind of scared going into this because, I don't really know how it works, or I don't really know what it even is. I've only seen the inflatable bulls that you can ride, and I would love to try that. Honestly, that looks like a lot of fun. But I think this is with real bulls, and I don't know how I feel about that. But we'll see what this video is about, guys.
The world's toughest cowboys say they'd rather try to saddle a tornado than take a ride on Bodacious, the world's most dangerous bull. He doesn't just throw riders, he demolishes them. In the body-pounding world of rodeo, there are bulls that will buck.
How? Why would you do this to yourself? That is crazy. That is crazy. The bull was throwing that man around like a rag doll. Why would you do this to yourself? Um, uh, I think it's safe to say that the bull is not getting hurt, but
You. Bulls that will drop you, and bulls that will hurl you.
Boy, it looked like they were doing a dance.
But there's only one bull bent on destroying you.
Bodacious. 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 The baddest.
Bodacious. Is none of them bodacious? What is? Wow. Wow. Okay, sorry. I wasn't expecting this to be this violent. They're literally like thrown around like dolls. That is crazy. And it's like insane to me that people do this. Why? Okay. Let's see what Bodacious is about. Sorry, I needed to take a break because damn.
Bull that there's ever been.
The unridable yellow bull, the unridable from Sammy Andrew. He'll snort your shorts and leave a stain for a month. Oh, this bull is bad.
He's a Charolais Brahmin crossbreed named Bodacious. 1,800 pounds of solid muscle. In 135 matchups with the world's top bull riders, only 8 have gone the distance with him, earning him the title, world's most dangerous rodeo bull. Today, he's an icon, like Moby Dick, Jaws, or King Kong. He's the only bull in the world famous enough to warrant his own home video and line of signature merchandise. Every great warrior has a secret weapon. For Bodacious, it's this one, a dead...
Oh my goodness, that looks like it hurts so much. Like that looks like you can break your back easily. And they don't even have helmets or anything. See, I ride horses here in Spain and I usually don't go with a helmet, which is not very smart, but it's just like it's typical here. But going on a bull with no helmet and nothing on is crazy. They must have some type of like, I think there's like some type of back support they have, because like that's like that looks like it's not humanly possible.
head-snapping move that has left a trail of destruction in its wake. He's the only bull that does it. Terry Don West is one of the cowboys that Bodacious has smashed to smithereens. This ride cost Terry 6 broken ribs, a broken collarbone, and a punctured lung. There it is, the potentially fatal ribcage smash.
I couldn't breathe. And that's probably the first time I thought I was going to die. I said I'll never ever get on that bull ever again. I've said a million times that bull's going to kill somebody.
A few have gone the distance with Bodacious. In bull riding, a cowboy has to stay on top of the bull for 8 seconds for the ride to count. Toughman, considered by many to be the world's greatest bull rider, says Bodacious gave him the ride of his career.
In order to ride him, I had to, do everything just perfect.
Okay,
There was
that was a very clean ride, but I am so confused by all of this. I've this is kind of, to me, this looks kind of like, mm, I don't understand how this works. Like, are the bulls in distress, or why do they jump around like that? Like, why would people go there and like break their ribs and their backs and their collarbones and everything for this? I'm not like familiar at all with this type of culture, so someone needs to do some explaining in the comments, cuz
zero room for any kind of mistake, because if you did, he was going to make you pay for it.
Tough and Bodacious were matched again in 1995 at the World Championship held in Las Vegas's MGM Grand. This time, the outcome would be very different.
He's knocked out. Open that gate, boys.
He left the chute in the first jump, was fine. I was in good shape, and when he started up for the second jump, I was up right over him, and he just came back and just hit me in the face, and just crushed everything from here to here. And
Onlookers, including fellow competitors hardened to the violence of the sport, were shocked at what they saw.
Luckily, the second jump, it didn't hit him again, or it probably killed him, because his face was already just like a cracked egg then, and if he had hit again, I'm sure that his brain would have went all over his head.
He's walking out of here.
One eye was over here, and one eye looked like it was down here, and he pulls his contacts out and says, "Tell my wife I'm okay," and jumps in the back of the ambulance. I thought I was looking at the toughest man I ever saw in my life.
Plastic surgeons worked all night to recreate Tough's
why would you do this to yourself again? That's crazy.
face.
when I got home, my son at the time was 3 years old, and didn't hardly recognize me when I got home because of all of the swelling, and like I said, I look quite a bit different. He looked at me and he said, if you ever drop Bodacious again, you're gonna have to chicken out. I said, you got a deal, and lo and behold, I joined him at the national finals, and I just said, no, thank you, and I just didn't get on him.
What you have just seen happen is one of the smartest things I've ever seen a human being do. I want you to tell Tough Hedeman you approve. We need him alive. We need him alive and well.
3 go-rounds later, Scott Bredding drew him, and he did the same thing to him as he did to me. He had a face guard, which still knocked him out, broke bones all around his eye socket, stitches in his face.
This would be the last time any cowboy would ever climb on the back of the world's most dangerous rodeo bull. Owner Sammy Andrews made a very difficult decision: retire Bodacious at the peak of his career.
Good.
We allowed that you didn't want to be crippling anybody else or killing them off, and so we allowed that we might ought to retire him rather than keep him mangling up people's faces.
Even today, 4 years after his last ride, no bull has created a path of destruction that would challenge Bodacious's Guinness title as the world's most dangerous rodeo bull. Sammy is currently breeding Bodacious and selling straws with his semen to ranchers across the country. He may one day build a son of Bodacious, Super Bull. But if the Cowboys are worried, they're not letting on.
Have you ever seen another Secretariat since Secretariat won that race so well? There's a lot of good blood from Secretariat, but nothing was ever as great as he was.
There's only one Babe Ruth. There's only one Jack Nicklaus.
And only one Bodacious.
Okay, Bodacious. Oof. Yeah, you have to have some balls to get on that thing. That looked so scary. I just like I'm I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. I'm glad that they've retired and that they're living a good life. I don't understand still like how this works and like how like so I can't really have an opinion on like this in general, but it looked very violent, and I do feel like it's a very risky hobby to have, or sport to do. Is it called a sport? But wow. I'm just speechless. I'm speechless, guys. Thank you for joining me for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know if you've ever been bull riding. Um and let's see if one day I can get on a inflatable bull and try to ride rodeo, see how I do. Thank you guys again for joining me, and please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.